Friends, welcome to our YouTube channel, and today's my video is for the class 9 and my topic is to find out the rational numbers between two rational numbers. Let me tell you about this topic. To find out the rational numbers, किन्हीं दो दिए हुए rational numbers के बीच का एक rational number find out करना. So first, according to the definition, we can say here if we have two rational numbers R and S, the two rational numbers, then the rational number between the R and S will be R plus S upon 2. This is your rational number between the given two rational number if the rational numbers are R and S, and it is also called the mid value method. The mid value method. If R is less than S, then R is less than R plus S divided by 2 is less than S, and the R plus S divided by 2 is the middle value of the R and S, which are the rational numbers. For example, if we have the two rational numbers three and four, or we can write here find rational numbers between 3 and 4. In this question, we have to find the rational numbers between the 3 and 4. And according to the mid value theorem, we have the two rational numbers, and here is one 3 and second one is 4. Now according to the mid value theorem, according to the mid value method, 3 plus 4 divided by 2 gives 3 plus 4 7 upon 2, which is the rational numbers between the 3 and 4 and the mid value of 3 and 4. Now we can find out easily the many more rational numbers between the 3 and 4. Apply the same method for the 3 and the 7 by 2. So we can write here the second one. Rational number between the 3 and 4 is 1 by 2, 3 plus 7 by 2. This is the second way to write out the 1 by 2 outside the bracket. The same method, here the 2 is written in the denominator and here we have also written the 2 in the denominator, but with the brackets we multiplied it. तो इससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता अगर उसको 1 by 2 ब्रैकेट के बाहर लिख लेते हैं. Now 1 by 2, 3 2s are 6 plus 7 upon 2. Now the 6 plus 7 is 13 upon 2 divided by 1 by 2. Oh sorry, multiplied by 1 by 2, and we get 13 upon 4, which is the next mid value of the 3 and the 7 by 2. Similarly, we can find out the many more rational numbers between the given two intervals or the rational numbers. If we have the two rational numbers like 1 by 3 and 1 by 7 in the form of P upon Q, then again we will apply the same method. If we have the rationals like 1 by 3 and the 2 by 3, these are the rationals in the form of P upon Q, and we are finding the rational number between the 1 by 3 and the 2 by 3. Then again put the formula with the mid value method, that is for the first one value, the 1 by 2, 1 by 3 plus 2 by 3, and we get 1 by 2 multiplied by 2 plus 1 by 3, it gives 1 by 2 multiplied by 3 by 3, and we can write here 1 by 2 multiplied by 1 is equal to the 1. The mid value is 1. Now again find out the value, the second one value with the 1 by 3 and the 1. 1 by 2 in bracket 1 by 3 plus 1, and we get here 1 by 2 in the bracket, the LCM of the 3 and 1 gets 3, then 1 plus 3 upon 3 is equal to the 1 by 2 multiplied by 4 by 3, and it gives 4 upon 6. This is your second one rational number between the 1 by 3 and 2 by 3. So, in this way we can find out the many more rational numbers between the given two rational numbers. Now, the next topic will be to represent the rational numbers in the decimal form. To represent the rational numbers in decimals. अब यहाँ पर हम रैशनल नंबर जो कि p अपॉन q की फॉर्म में दिए हुए होंगे उनको डेसिमल्स में चेंज करेंगे, एंड फॉर दैट वी फर्स्ट अप्लाई द डिवीजन मेथड. The division method. If we having the rational numbers 3 by 8, then divide the 3 with the 8 and we get 8. The 3 is less than the 8, it means we will put the decimal here and it will be the 30. 8 3s are 24 and we write here 24. Now subtract it and we get 6. Again put the 0 here and 8 7s are 56. After subtracting we will get the 4. Again put the 0 with the 4 and we get 40. Now 8 5s are 40. Now our 3 is totally divided by 8 and we get 0.375. So this is your method to divide the rational numbers and get into the form of decimals. If we have a number, the non-terminating or repeating, division of non-terminating and repeating. अब अगर हमें न्यूमरेटर्स एंड डिनोमिनेटर कुछ इस तरह के मिल जाते हैं कि हम उनको टर्मिनेट नहीं कर सकते या उनको डिवाइड करने के बाद में एग्जैक्ट सोल्यूशन नहीं पा रहे हैं, then there is a method for them. Firstly, divide them. If we have the 100 divided by 33 or the 100 upon 33, apply the division method. 100 33 3s are 99. Subtract it and we get 1. Now the 1 is less than the 33. Put the decimal and we write here 10. Again put the 0 here and we write here 100. Now again divide it and we get 33 3s are 99. Subtract, after subtraction we get 1. Again put the 0 and here 100. This is again 3, 99. Again 1, again 100, again 0 3. The same method applies each step. It means we can't get the exact solution for the 100 divided by 33. So we will write here 3.03 bar. Look at the result. We get the 3.03030303. Here the 03 is a repeating digits. It means we will put here the 3.03 bar. Now come to the next topic, which is the type of the non-terminating and the repeating decimals. Non-terminating and the repeating decimals. The types of the non-terminating decimal and repeating decimals. There are the two types of the non-terminating and the repeating decimals. The first one is pure recurring decimals. In this type of decimals, if we have the exact repeating decimals after the decimal, then they are called the pure recurring decimals. For example, if we are writing 0.22222, or we can write it in the short, the 0.2 bar, it means the after the first digit of the decimal is the repeating. This type of the decimals are called the pure recurring decimals. Now the second one type, mixed recurring decimals. The mixed recurring decimals means if a non-terminating repeating decimal have at least one digit after decimal which is not repeating, then that decimal is called mixed recurring decimal. If we have 0.366666, here the 6 is the repeating, but the 3 after the decimal is not repeating. Hence, the value is mixed recurring decimal, and it will be written as 0.36 bar. So these are the two types of the non-terminating and the repeating decimals. Now we will learn the transformation of the non-terminating and the repeating decimal into the form of P upon Q. Conversion of non-terminating and repeating decimals. The conversion of non-terminating and the repeating decimals. In this way, if we take an example like 0.6 bar, this is non-terminating because the expansion of the 0.6 6 6 6 6, this is repeating and the non-terminating. And the second one thing, this is the pure recurring decimal, and we cannot terminate the 0.66666 so on. Now come to the method to convert them in the form of m upon n. First, we will let them equal to the x. X is equal to 0.6 bar. It means x is equal to the 0.6666 dot 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 and so on. And name the equation number 1. Now come to the next second one topic, multiply the equation 1 by 10 because only the single digit is repeating. Then we will multiply with the 10 in the equation number 1 and we get the 10x is equal to the 6.66666 and so on. This is your second equation. Now subtract the equation number 1 with the second. Subtracting equation 1 by second, 10x minus x is equal to the 6.6666 dot 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 minus 0.6666 dot dot and so on. And we get here the 10x minus x is equal to the 9x is equal to the 6. Now x is equal to the 6 upon 9. And this is the form of P upon Q for the 0.6 bar because this is the value of x and we let here the 0.6 bar is equal to the 6 upon 9 and we can factorize it. 2 3s are 6 and 3 3s are 9. Just cut the 3 from the numerator and the denominator and we get 2 by 3. This is a representation of the pure recurring decimal or the non-terminating repeating pure recurring decimal. Now the second one type of the non-terminating and the repeating decimals are the mixed non-terminating and the repeating decimals. Let me tell you by the solving of an example. That is, if we have the 0.36 bar, if we have the 0.36 bar, here this is the mixed non-terminating and the recurring decimal or the repeating decimal. So in this question, first let it equal to the x, let x is equal to the 0.36 bar and we write here x is equal to the 0.36666 and name the equation number 1. Again, if we have the only one digit which is not repeating, then multiply the 10. If we are having the 100 two digits, then we multiply by 100. If we have the 3 digits, then we will multiply with the 1000 in the equation number 1. Now the multiply with the 10 just because of the only single digit which is not terminating and non-repeating. Then we multiply it by 100. We get 10. We get 10x is equal to the 3.66666 and so on. Name the equation number 2. Now we have the non-terminating and the repeating decimals in the after the decimal point. Again we will multiply it with the 10 because there is only the one digit which is repeating. Then the multiplying by 10 in equation number 2. We will get here the 100x is equal to the 36.6666 and so on. In the equation number 3. Now subtract equation 2 from equation 3 and we get the 100x minus 10x is equal to the 36.666 minus and so on minus 3.666 and so on. Now the 100x minus 10x is equal to the 90x is equal to the 36 minus 6 33.0, then x is equal to the 33 upon 90. This is the form of m upon n of the non-terminating and the repeating decimal of the mixed recurring type of the decimals. Now our next topic is irrational numbers. Our next topic is irrational numbers, and the definition of irrational numbers is if we have a number which is non-terminating, non-repeating, number is called irrational number. The irrational numbers. The first one quality of the irrational number is non-terminating, and the second one is non-repeating. For example, we can write here root 2, root 3, root 5 and the root 7. All these numbers are the non-terminating and the non-repeating. If you are trying to solve the root 2 and getting out the value in the decimals, then we can find out the exact value of the root 2 in the decimals. Normally we are using the 1.414 for the root 2, but the exact value of root 2 is not defined. So all these numbers are called the non-terminating and the non-repeating decimals, and we can prove them by the contradiction method and by the square root method. The first one method, which is square root method, and the second one is contradiction theorem. By the contradiction theorem, we can prove this is the irrational numbers, and by the square root method, we can prove that the root 2 is a irrational numbers. By making a square root, we can find out that numbers are the non-terminating and the non-repeating. So first one method is square root method. For the square root method, to prove that the root 2 and the root 3 irrational numbers are the irrational numbers. First, we should write the question. Prove that root 2 is a irrational number. And for that, first our method will be the contradiction method. Square root method. The square root or division method. The division method. In this way, first write the 2. Now the square less than the 2 is 1. 1 ones are 1. We write here 1 multiplied by 1, and after subtracting we get 1 here. Now write the 1 and 1, we get 2. The addition of 1 and 1 gets 2. Now put the decimal, and here 0. But the 2 square, we have to find out a value. For that we will write here 100 and put here 4. Multiply by 4. The value we put here is the same equal to the value multiplied in the next step. The 24 fours are 96, and we will write here 4. It means again we get 4. And we have here 24 plus 4 is equal to the 28. Now put the zeros again here, and we multiplied it by 1, and we get here 1. 281 ones are 281. The subtracting we get 10 minus 1 is equal to the 9. 9 minus 8 is equal to the 1, and 3 minus 2 is equal to the 1. Again put the zeros, add here 282. Now again we multiply by 4, and we get 4 fours are 16, 4 twos are 8 and 1 9, multiplied. 4 8s are 32, the 2 carry 3, and 4 twos are 8 and 3 11. Subtract it, and we get 10 minus 6 is equal to the 4, 9 minus 9 0, and the 8 minus 2 6, 604. So you can see here easily the given value is non-terminating. In the each step we are going so on in the division. So we can say root 2 is non-terminating. If the value is non-terminating, it means the value is a irrational number. In the same method, the contradiction method. The second method is the contradiction method. For the same value I am using the contradiction method. Let root 2 is a rational number. Let root 2 is a rational number. And it can be represented, so it can be represented in the form of P upon Q. So we will write here root 2 is equal to the P upon Q on squaring both sides. We get 2 is equal to the P square upon Q square. Is equal to the P square upon Q square. So the P square is equal to the 2Q square, and it shows that the P square is an even integer. Let me show you how. Here the p square is equal to the 2q square. The p square is equal to the 2q square, where the q square is a multiple of 2. It means the p square is also an even number just because of the 2q square, because the q square is multiplied by 2. So we can say the p square is an even integer. If the p square is an even integer, then p is also a even integer. If the p is even integer, then let p is equal to the 2m. If the p is equal to the 2m, then p square is equal to the 4m square. If the p square is equal to the 4m square, then we will solve here. P square is equal to the 4m square, then we will put the value of p square at the place of here. In this equation, we will get here 4m square is equal to the 2q square. And 2 2s are 4, and we get m square is equal to the q square upon 2. Or we can say that 2m square is equal to the q square. It shows that q square is also an even integer. यहाँ से हमको पता चलता है q square is also an even integer just because it is a multiple of 2. The m square is multiple of 2. It means the 2m square is an even integer. If the 2m square is an even integer, it means the q square is also an even integer. And it shows that if the q square and the p square are the even integers, then they have a common factor 2, just because having the even integers. But it shows that they have no common factor. So our assumptions was wrong. We will write here if p and q are even integers, then they will have two as a common factor. लेकिन जो सही नहीं है, so but which is not true. So our assumption was wrong. That is, the root 2 is not a rational number and root 2 is a irrational number. Let me summarize you. For the proving of any rational numbers, first assume it equal to the rational number or in the form of p upon q. Make the square of the both sides. Here we have done in this question, the root 2 is equal to the p upon q. Then the square of the root 2 and the p upon q is the 2 is equal to the p square upon q square. Now solve the equation, we get p square is equal to the 2q square. Just because of the multiple of the 2 in the q square, we can say that 2q square is an even integer. If the 2q square is an even integer, it means the p square is also even integer. I can let the p square is equal to the 2m and we square it and we get 4m square. And in the place of the p square is equal to the 2q square, we will put there the 4m square is equal to the 2q square. Solving that, we will get the 2m square is equal to the q square. It shows that the 2m square is also an even integer. If the 2m square is an even integer, then the q square is also an even integer. And here, according to our assumption, we are having the p and q, the rational numbers, where they have no any common factor, but here we proved that is the p and q both are the even integers. अगर वो even integers हैं तो वहां पर हमें एटलीस्ट 2 तो कॉमन फैक्टर में मिलना ही है. So our assumptions were wrong and the root 2 is an irrational number. So this is your contradiction method. You can use it for the any further questions for the like root 2 plus 3, 5 plus root 3, root 7. There are many types of questions given in your book. You can solve them by the contradiction method and by the division of the square root method. So there are many types of questions according to the contradiction methods are solved in your book. You can gauge them easily, and if there is any problem, just notify me and I will give you the solution for the questions. The second one topic of today's is the comparison of the rational numbers. The comparison of the rational numbers. So first one step to compare the irrational numbers is to represent them in the same order and then compare them. If we have the root 3 and root 7, we can write this in the form of 3 to the power 1 by 2 and 7 to the power 1 by 2. Here the orders of the both irrational numbers are same. So we can easily say the 7 to the power 1 by 2 is greater than the 3 to the power 1 by 2. If we are having any digit where the orders are not same, if we are having the 4 root 3 and the 6 root 7. Now look at here, the orders are not same. So for making them equal, find out the LCM of 4 and 6. We will get the LCM of the 4 and 6, we will get 12. Then write down the 3 to the power 12. Now the 3 fours are 12, or we can write it 1 by 12. The 3 fours are 12 or 4 threes are 12, then we will expand the power on the radical. 4 threes are 12, the 3 to the power 3. And in the 7 power 1 by 12, 6 twos are 12. It means the 7 to the power 2. And we get here 3 threes are 9 threes are 27 to the power 1 by 12, and here 49 to the power 1 by 2 12. Now the orders are the same of the given radicals. Now you can find out the easily which one is greater. The 27 is less than the 49, and the 49 to the power 1 by 12 is greater than 27 to the power 1 by 12, or we can say 6, and the radical 7 is greater than 4 root 3. This is the way to compare the irrational numbers. Find out the same order. If they are not same, then make them same by using the LCM method. Then compare them and get the answers. In this way, you will find the questions like ascending orders and the descending order, and you have to find out the LCM of the each irrational numbers Then compare the given radicals in the same order and find out your orders like ascending or descending, whatever it will be. Thank you for the class, and if you get any doubts, just notify on my channel. I will give you the solution in the next video. Thank you.